Hi guys, how are you? I'm really glad to see you again. We're going to start this class from a video, and first of all I want to thank you to be interested in continue our class in some way. We are going to go back to the CENEI and I will be waiting for you. If you have any doubt, if you have any question, please don't hesitate to look for me. At the end of the presentation or at the end of the class of today, I'm going to attach a code in Google Classroom. That is the way I will be working with you. If you have any problem, any questions, just write me, okay? This is only for people that are really interested in English class. Remember that I don't want that you memorize. I love that you understand, okay? So we are going to start with this session, April 23, 24, and 25, or 23rd, 24th, and 25th. And the unit, we are going to continue with Unit 10. So, Unit 10, it's really important for me that you try to take your notes back, your handouts that we checked before, because we are going to continue with present perfect, okay? So let's going to start. In this session, I wanted to try to remember the present perfect structure. The title of this topic is called "They Have Found a Fossil," and it's really easy. It says we are going to page 96. You can find these pictures, and we are going to try to remember the use of it and the grammar rules, and overall, the most importante, when do we use present perfect? Because you're really good to memorize, you're really good to repeat patterns, but the thing here is that you have to try to remember cuando ocupo presente perfecto, teacher. Ya lo habíamos visto, okay? Now, we're going to start with vocabulary. I know that we need to continue, we need to start with a listening, but for obvious reasons, I cannot play the listening here. So I promise we will do it when we come back. And I need to check with you your pronunciation. Remember that it's really important for me to check it. So repeat after me. Footprints. Okay, in 2. Footprints. Mommy. Okay, like a mommy. Okay, yes, exactly that. Exactly. Skeleton. In 3, guys. Skeleton. No, I'm sorry, in 4. Skeleton. Remember, it is not S. It's okay. Skeleton. Fossil. In 2. Fossil. Okay. So we are going to try to do it and repeat it at home. That is really easy. If you love history, if you know history, you can answer the next exercise. If you don't worry. We can do it coming back to classroom. So because they are really, it's not complicated audio, but as I said, we need to listen an audio, and we cannot do it. We cannot do it now. So we have the Sahara, Germany, Kenya, and some facts about it. So don't worry. We are going to do it coming back to classroom with the listenings. Now we need to continue with the next one. Let's go into vocabulary. In this link that you can see here, you can take it and paste it in your computer. If you have problems doing that, don't worry. I'm going to attach it in Google Classroom. In the code, at the end of the presentation, I will help you I'm going to attach the code that will be easy for you to go and answer. Now, but if you have any problems, don't worry. Let's going to continue with this, okay? This is a link that is from Geo, from Unit 10. If you see, we have Unit 10. It's a vocabulary focus. It's really easy, guys, and I'm going to do it with you, okay? So if you have mistakes or you have problems about vocabulary, don't worry, okay? We will check it here right now. It says we have mommy, meteorite, aliens, paleontologist, research, footprint, fossils, continent, mammoth, and skeleton, okay? So, number 1, the mark left by a foot or a shoe on the ground, which do you think is the correct one? Okay, the mark left, mark, la marca. So, easy, yes, excellent. So you're going to take it and drag it. Guys, if you see that I move a lot, it's because I'm not get used to stay in front of a computer teaching. I love walking in classroom. I love checking your answers and having a conversation with you and waiting for you at the door and drinking my water and many things that you ask me when we are in classroom. The interaction for me is really, really important. So the good thing is from your house, you can eat, you can drink, you can check your cell phone and doing your homework. That's the thing, okay? I'm going to try to do this class as better as I can, but I promise I'm going to improve, okay? So the number 2, let's continue. A dead body that has been preserved. Which do you think is the best answer? A dead body that has been preserved. Yes, I think you're right. It's a mummy. Like this movie, and then La Momia Regresa, the movie Mummy Come Back, something like that. So the bunny framework of a body. Bunny, what is a bunny, guys? Bunny comes from bones, so the correct answer is chun, 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 chun. Yes, excellent, skeleton. And we have the remains. Teacher, what remains means? Did you remember the lesson that we talk about remains with this body that was found in the ice? This is the oldest mummy around the world. I don't remember the name of Otzi. Yes, that was the name. And we talk about this word many times. So the remains means chon, chon, chon. Exactly, los restos. So obviously is fossils. Anyway, I suppose that I'm doing right, but at the end of this exercise, I'm going to check your final score as we do it in classroom, okay? Remember, I'm not God, I'm not radio, so I can have mistakes too. So, a huge extinct elephant, mammoth. Okay, cool. Careful, what is careful? Exactly, muy bien. Study to find new knowledge, cuidadoso, okay? So, it's research. Remember that I told you I'm a researcher? What is a researcher? Okay, exactly, una investigadora. So research is una investigación, okay? Una búsqueda también according to the definition. Creatures from outer space. Aliens, yes. A piece of rock or metal that reaches Earth's surface from outer space. A piece of rock, guys? Yes, excellent. And then we have a large area of land that forms part of a continent. Yes, easy. Come on, guys. Subcontinent, yes. And finally, a science who studies fossils, like this Ross from France. Do you like France? If you don't like, you start watching them. They are really, really cool. So paleontologists, excellent. Now we are going to check our score, overall score. Chan, 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 chan. Okay, chóquenlo conmigo. Everything is all right, okay? Anyway, if you have any doubt, any problem, I would like that you try to do it at home first and pause my video and try to do it by your own, okay? Because it's better for you to feel that adrenaline when you are checking an exercise and at the end of, you have the overall score, okay? Without my guide, okay? Now, let's come back to the presentation. And here in the presentation, we're going to continue with grammar. I know the grammar for you is kind of difficult because, as I mentioned before, you are really good for memorizing, for writing patterns, etc. But the thing here is that you have to understand. Me choca la gente que estudia. Amo la gente que realmente tiene la curiosidad por aprender, ¿ok? Porque estudiar is like a memorizing, ¿ok? I love that you learn. This is better. It will be better is with me. Okay, describing past actions. Okay, let's go into check present perfect. This chart was taken from your book, but I want to do it in a presentation, okay? And so in this chart, they point you about present perfect. Remember, you need 3 things to construct present perfect. Is subject, plus auxiliary, plus verb in past participle. Excellent, guys. If you add the verb in simple past or infinitive, it's wrong because we need hado, ido. That's the ending, okay? Yo he jugado, él ha dormido, ellos han soñado, etc., etc. So this is really important that you use it. Don't worry, you can take out your verbs, okay? Because I cannot see you, no los puedo ver, but you can use your verbs. Try to use them and your notes about it, okay? The good thing is we have already checked it and we practice a lot with it, okay? So you can take your handouts too. Let's go into the chart, this grammar. It says, describing past actions, yes. It says, a man found dinosaurs' bones in his yard in 1997. So far, we have found. And found is in simple past, okay? But in the other sentence that is connected, it says he has recently taken them to a local museum. So you have present perfect, has, and taken. This is present perfect, porque dice él ha recientemente tomado. So it's an action that started in the past and goes on. It continúa, okay? So next one. Workers in Mexico came across 2 human footprints several years ago. Remember that several is repetidas veces. So came across 2 human footprints several years ago. So it says ago, guys. If it says ago, it's simple past, okay? Porque it's done, ya sucedió, okay? Ya es una acción que comenzó en el pasado y se terminó en el pasado. That's really important to try to remember. Okay, so came across is in past. It says, in the past few years, scientists have found 11 more footprints in the area. So far, here we have found, again, present perfect, auxiliary, and the verb in past participle. Next one. In 2011, a boy discovered the body of a mammoth in Siberia. A museum has displayed the mammoth for several years or since 2012. Here, discover, okay, because they are giving you a date, a specific date. En el 2011, discovered simple past, okay? And then you continue with present perfect, that you have again the auxiliary and the verb in past participle, okay? Now, here I need that you try to focus and in for and since into these 2 words, for and since. For cuánto tiempo? Remember that we check that. And since, desde cuándo? In Spanish, it will be easier for you to try to remember for, okay? Here we have it. For, sorry, let me go another one. Aquí. For is for a period of time, okay? And since happened in some point and goes on. Y continúa, okay? ¿Cuándo comenzó? ¿Desde cuándo? Since. For, ¿por cuánto tiempo? And I have here these exercises. For 10 years, 15 minutes, 9 months, 20 years, the rest of my life, and since last Tuesday, January 2001, the Middle Ages, and 6:30, okay? 6:30, remember, es pasadas de las 6, okay? Desde pasadas de las 6, desde cuándo, okay? So this exercise is not complicated, guys. We are going to practice in a moment, okay? So, do you remember present perfect, guys? When do we use it? Probably you are thinking about many tenses that we have checked in the year, como will, going to, simple past, simple present, present progressive, past progressive. But now we are going to check present perfect, and remember, situation that happened in the past continues now and probably touches the future. This is really, really important. Remember the example that I always give it to you, that she has studied English for 6 years. It means that she started in the past, estudiar inglés, continues now, and probably continues to the future, okay? So this is important to understand when do we use it. Now, we have this grammar rule about present perfect. We have affirmative, interrogative, and negative. That here is the three ways that we can use present perfect. Just remember you have or has, and the past participle. Now, affirmative. I have seen the film before, or she has seen the film before. It depends on, because if you're talking about her, you have to use has, okay? If you're talking about I, you, we, and they, I, you, we, and they, you have to use you or sorry, have. Now, interrogative. Have you seen the film before? It's a question. Now you can start, you have to start with auxiliary. This is really important that you remember the auxiliary first, and then subject, you, and seen, the verb in past participle. Of course, the question mark. And one more time, has, the auxiliary, because we're talking about she. Seen, okay, is the verb participle, and question mark. And we are talking about negative. The only thing that you have to use haven't or hasn't. And it's the same structure as affirmative, but in this case it's with not. They haven't seen the film before. He hasn't seen the film before, okay? Haven't is a contraction of have not. Hasn't is a contraction of has not, okay? Please, very important that you have to be very careful with the verb in past participle. Yes? Yes, teacher. Okay. Now, here, as I said before, we have for and since. For cuánto tiempo? Since, desde cuándo. And let's go into practice. We have this exercise, and before to check your answers, or before to do it together, I would love it that you try to do it on your notebook, pause my video, and try to do it by your own. This is really important for me because this is the way that you are going to know if you are understanding, okay? So, January, since or for January? Excellent. Since, muy bien, since January, 10 years. For 10 years or since 10 years? For 10 years. ¿Por cuánto tiempo? Por 10 años. Monday. For Monday or since Monday? Since Monday. Yes, because ¿desde cuándo? Desde el lunes, since Monday. 12 noon. 12 de la tarde. 12 noon. Okay, exactly. Since 12 noon. You cannot use for. ¿Por cuánto tiempo? It's not coherent. Es desde las 12 de la tarde. No por las 12 de la tarde. I got up. For or since? Exactly. Since I got up. Desde que me levanté. 5 minutes. For 5 minutes or since 5 minutes? Yes, for 5 minutes. ¿Por cuánto tiempo? 5 minutos. For 5 minutes. Excellent. A long time ago. Ojo. If you didn't have ago, if you can use for. But this is ago. So you have to use since. ¿Desde cuándo? Ago, desde cuándo, marca el desde cuándo pasó. So in this case, it's since a long time ago. But if you only have a long time, you have to use for por un periodo de tiempo largo. Ese es for. Pero dice ago, atrás, okay? So you have to use since, desde, okay? Ago is a keyword for since, guys. 4 days, for or since? Okay, one more time. 4 days. Yes, for 4 days, por 4 días, no desde 4 días, okay? Sometimes in Spanish it's kind of difficult because we have many grammar mistakes in Spanish, and we tend to reproduce them into English, but that's not the correct way, guys. That's not the correct way. 6, for or since? Since, teacher. For, teacher. 6, exactly. Since, 6, desde, las 6, muy bien. Wednesday, for or since? For Wednesday, since Wednesday? Exactly, since Wednesday, desde el miércoles. A month, for example, we haven't had classes for a month, okay? Por un mes, for a month, no since a month, desde un mes. It sounds weird, suena raro. 2 days ago, I told you, remember that was a keyword when I explained you a long time? So, since 2 days ago, exactly. November 1st, it's in a specific date. Okay, since November 1st. 2004, since 2004, for 2004, exactly. Since 2004, because if you use for, it sounds like weird, like whoa, whoa, okay? An hour, for an hour or since an hour. Yes, for an hour, okay? And I love this one. I was young, joven. Yo estaba joven. For I was young, since I was young. Exactly, since I was young. Guys, since and for, they are really important, and also in Spanish. Son las palabras clave del presente perfecto. Si ven un since or un for, you have to use present perfect, okay? Those 2 words are keywords for present perfect. Más o menos, okay. Now, in your book on page 99, you have this exercise. I love to give you time to do it as we do it in class, but I'm going to ask you to pause the video and try to answer. Ready? Pause it, pause it, pause it. Okay, I will wait for you. Pause it, please. Okay, I hope you have unpause it, and we are going to start with this exercise I sent your book, and I think it's really, really easy. It's easier than the previous one that we did before. So I have been part of the fossil research team 3 months. Exactly, for 3 months, okay? Now, Jason hasn't written any research articles since or for he became a professor. Since, desde cuándo? Desde que se convirtió en profesor, exactly. Now, Penny has been a member of the science club for or since 2 years. Okay, yes, for 2 years. For, ¿por cuánto tiempo? The museum has had the skeleton on display since or for 1998. Okay, remember, for 1998, since 1998, desde cuándo, okay? Archaeologists have known about the footprints in the cave for 6 months or since 6 months? For 6 months. Teacher, why cannot be since 6 months? Desde 6 meses. No. Si dijera ago, yes, sería since, but it's only for 6 meses. Okay, ¿por cuánto tiempo? Now, researchers haven't discovered any fossils in the area since last year or for last year. This is easy, guys. Since last year, exactly. Muy bien, chicos, muy bien. Don't worry, if you have mistakes about this, you can use for or since. And did you remember that I gave it to you a link about Ego for You? You can practice there. As many of you try to do it or do it, because I know that you are practicing at home. So you can do it in this link, okay? I'm going to show you in a minute. So now we are going to continue with these two tenses that they have to be crossed, okay? Then it's really common to see present perfect and simple past together. Don't get confused. It's really easy, guys, but you have to identify when do we use simple past and when do we use present perfect. Simple past, an action that happened in the past. Ya sucedió y ya se acabó, okay? It's in the past. It's en el pasado. Present perfect is used for an action that started in the past and continue in the present and probably happens in the future. That's really cool, guys. That probably happens in the future. That, for example, teacher has done, I don't know, many handcrafts in these vacations. He hecho muchas manualidades, comencé en el pasado, continúa ahora y probablemente toco el futuro, probablemente continúe en el futuro. It's really important about present perfect. Remember, that's why it's called perfect. Yes? We have checked that. Anyway, if you have any doubt, you can grab me to the classroom, Google Classroom, okay? And then let's go into practice. You are going to go to this link. Again, if you have any problems, I'm going to attach it and put it in the platform, in the Google Classroom to check it and you do it, okay? The good thing about this website is that you can check your answers, okay? You can check your answers if you have a mistake, if you don't know, that's it. I know, es que no sé qué podría ir aquí. Just click on show and they will give you the answer. And I wanted to do it with you. And this